Yo, good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. Today's Tuesday and it is race day. I'm all kitted up right now. I'm about to go hit out like a little morning coffee ride with my boy Nico. So yeah, just stay tuned for all that. Got the GoPro ready for tonight. So yeah, should be a solid video.
Let's get it, boys. CJ, bring that back. Yes, sir, CJ. Yeah, boys. Nice job, Nico. 10 out of 10, bro.
Hello and welcome back to another race analysis with David Davenport. This is another Tuesday night race at Herbalife. As you can see, we're rolling out here. We had about 25 starters, a couple people from Liberty, some of the regular guys. We had John, my coach. He was riding for Echelon tonight though. And then we had another Echelon guy, Zach Gregg. Me and my teammates, we had me, CJ, Nico, Marcel, and Will Harden. It was a pretty active night. It was pretty fast. I think we did closer to 28 miles an hour. We don't normally go that fast. So yeah, people were just attacking back and forth. And I've always liked this race, especially because of the time of year it happens, and you got the sunset happening. I was watching someone else's video and they were talking about that, and it's just such a key point. You know, you see, like, you get to race around with all the guys you normally train with, and you know, until sunset, and then go home. But yeah, into the race. Pretty quick race. We were definitely marking Zach because he's pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, we were all racing smart. Will was sitting near the front. He normally does these races just for a workout, so he'll just cover like every move and all that stuff. Marcel was up there, really getting in the smart moves and making sure he was a part of the race when the race happened. But yeah, you can see us taking these turns. This is the one uphill turn to the finish. Oh yeah, let me break down the course for you. So this is the finish straight right here. This is the straight right before the finish. We take a left turn. We go up this slight uphill, and then we pass the finish line. We go down this hill, take a little U-turn, as you can see me taking behind Zach right now. We take a right turn, not much of a turn, it's pretty wide open. And then we take a left turn, and then another left turn, and then back onto the straight before the finish straight. Right here you can see a breakaway starting to get away. We got a couple teammates in it, but it ended up coming all back together. We're just riding around again, more breaks going up the road, team lining it up, making sure we're covering all the dangerous moves. Honestly, the amount of people we have in this race isn't always the most fair thing, but Liberty had a good amount of people too, so it ended up evening out. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's starting to get aggressive. People's body language is starting to show how hard it's getting. It's not a super long race. I think it ended up being 50 minutes. But yeah, we're just rolling around still, covering moves. I'm making this guy cover that. He ended up covering that. I think that's Joseph Penley from Lee's McRae. We got this guy, Mark Heckman. He's pretty quick. I've heard a lot of stories about him, so he's pretty quick though. He's like a legend in our city. There's another break going. It ends up coming all back together again. Yeah, I mean, we're all rolling around, covering each other's moves, not letting much get up the road. And there goes another move. And we're starting to get towards the end of the race, towards the sharp end of the race. So I'm going to break down and show y'all what happened and how the race finished. But as you've seen so far already, this was a pretty aggressive race. Not much of just like the pace being controlled, but just people going off the front, coming back, going off the front, coming back. So Alright, so now we're getting into the last couple laps. I'm just going to show y'all how the, I think, last 3 or 4 laps went. As you can see, people are attacking, we're covering moves. You can see my Garmin going all over the place, which is indicating that I'm standing up, cranking on the pedals, trying to stick this guy's wheel in front of me, who's Troy Rakes. Will is on the front right now, trying to bring my teammate CJ up to the breakaway, which has John Hamblin, I forgot who else is in it, and Marcel. And he's telling one of us to go because we didn't have a guy in it. And Marcel goes because Marcel knew what Will was saying. And I guess CJ just didn't know what he was saying. But yeah, Marcel ends up getting in that break. And as you see, we slow down a good amount, because obviously me, Will, and CJ don't want to catch that break. Like, Marcel's in it. He has a nice solid kick. So he's not going to, out of that group of 3, he's going to win the sprint. We're pretty confident in that. And John is really strong, so he's going to definitely help them stay away. So now we make the Liberty guy go to the front. Liberty guy is on the front, pulling. I think he pulls for a good lap or 2 just to try to bring that breakaway back, And as you can see, I was talking about the sunset earlier. It's setting now. You can see it's like a nice little backdrop. I mean, obviously, we're not paying attention to that at this point at like 200 beats per minute, but it's still a nice backdrop, especially for the people coming to watch. But yeah, the Liberty guy's still on the front. He's pretty strong. I don't remember his name. I know I've met him before, but I just didn't get the chance to talk to him before or after the race this day. I'll probably see him next race. But yeah, he's bringing us around, trying to pull us back to that move because he knows no one in this group is going to pull. Or at least me, Will, and CJ aren't going to pull. The other guys probably should pull if they want to win. But they ended up not pulling at this moment. We got 2 laps to go as we just passed through the start-finish again. He's pulling, he's picking up the pace, maybe trying to thin out the group. I'm not really sure why he surged up that hill. It didn't really do a whole lot. People were getting a little squirrely through that turn, but everyone's staying upright. All these guys are pretty experienced. So even though it's a P1, 2, 3, most of the guys have been racing for a good amount of time, a lot longer than me and my teammates, or me and my younger teammates. So they know what they're doing, handling their bike and everything, really safe. If you live in the area, I definitely suggest you come out and race, or if you live anywhere near here, because it's good solid racing. Week in, week out. And the more people who come, the more serious the racing is. As you can see here, I'm starting to come a little bit towards the front because I see this guy. He's about to try to pull the breakaway back. So we make sure that if he pulls the breakaway back, we're ready to pounce if and when they get caught. And we're kicking it up this hill again. They really like doing this when they're chasing. I'm not really sure why. But we're passing through the start-finish again with 1 lap to go. Everyone's looking pretty strong. I'm pretty far back, but I'm not too worried because I can see how much of a gap there is to the breakaway, and I really just hope that they win. Like, the breakaway sticks, and I got 2 teammates in front of me anyways, so there's really not much of a reason for me to fight for position to get in front of them. So yeah, I end up just I'm blocking. I'm not really blocking, but I'm in front of 6 or 7 other guys who are behind me and who are going to try to sprint out of the turn and kind of securing, or subconsciously securing Will and CJ's sprint spots. CJ gets some upgrade points from this. I think he did. I don't know if he needs any, but he got some. And as you see, we're going through the last turn. You just saw the breakaway up there. Marcel ends up taking it out of the sprint. CJ and Will open up. I think they come around some guys. Not really sure. That's that Greg right in front of me. No one comes around me, and we just roll it. There's me stopping my Garmin. Yeah, solid race. We ended up getting Marcel on the podium and then the coach on the podium too. We weren't working for him, but he was on the podium, so that's still really cool for the sponsors and everything. Nice shot, boys. Hang your hands up. Yes, sir. New whip.